Hey guys, so in this video I want to talk about some of the negative effects of marijuana. Now, of course, this video probably will be controversial. I probably will get lots of people that do not agree with what I'm about to say, but that's fine. I'm still going to make the video anyways because I would rather get this information out than, you know, think and believe that people really honestly think that there's nothing bad at all about marijuana. So this video isn't to try to convince you that there isn't any positive effects of marijuana, because clearly there's been studies showing that it can be helpful for people in certain situations under physicians, you know, guidance. And we all know that marijuana has been used to help people with cancer and other certain medical problems. However, for the vast majority of marijuana users, they're using it primarily to get high, and that's intoxication. And from what I understand, it's very easy to get intoxicated just by having a few puffs. So it's there is absolutely some negative effects of marijuana. You know, I hear people going way over to the other extreme and telling me, no, there's nothing wrong with marijuana. It's all natural. It's the best thing ever. It cures you cancer. And they make it sound like it's a panacea, like there's absolutely no negative effects whatsoever of it. And that's simply not true. I think it would be a disservice if we didn't mention some of the negative effects. Now, whether some people want to argue and say, well, the positive effects weigh the negative, okay, but this video is again primarily about what are those negative effects, because people should know, right? Um, even a good thing consumed in too much can be a bad thing. If you drink too much water, it can be bad for you. If you eat too much fat, it can be bad for you. Um, so yeah. So let's talk about some of the short-term and long-term effects of marijuana use, okay? And then I'll provide you guys with the link. Now you might think, oh, well, these studies are all paid for, they're all fake because it's from drugfreeworld.org. Okay, you can believe what you want. I'm just here, again, to tell you that there's some negative effects of using it. And, there's a reason why um, a lot of companies have drug tests, because they don't want people to coming to work intoxicated. They need people to work their very best with fast reaction time, and anything that impairs their um, their working ability is going to be, something that they're looking at. So, anyways, here are some of the short-term and long-term effects of using marijuana. And for the short-term effects, it says here you can get short-term memory problems. You can get severe anxiety, including fear that one is being watched or followed, which is paranoia. You get very strange behavior, seeing, hearing, or smelling things that aren't there. Not being able to tell imagination from reality, which is psychosis. You can get panic, hallucinations, loss of sense or personal identity, lowered reaction time, increased heart rate, risk of heart attack, increased risk of stroke, problems with coordination, impairing safe driving or playing sports, sexual problems for males, up to 7 times more likely to contract sexually transmitted infections than non-users for females. And now for the long-term effects, it says here a decline in IQ up to 8 points if prolonged use started in adolescent age, poor school performance and higher chance of dropping out, impaired thinking and ability to learn and perform complex tasks, lower life satisfaction, addiction. About 9% of adults and 17% of people who started smoking as teens, potential development of opiate abuse, relationship problems, intimate partner violence, antisocial behavior including stealing money or lying, financial difficulties, increased welfare dependence, greater chances of being unemployed or not getting good jobs. So, you know, I think that someone can't just believe that there's nothing bad whatsoever about marijuana when clearly there are effects of using it that are negative. And if you want to try to say, well, it's a plant and, God created everything good, yeah, he also created poison ivy, right? He also created sand. And if you were to eat those things, you get very ill and possibly die. So just because something is natural doesn't make it okay and doesn't make it all good and beneficial. And furthermore, like I said, by using marijuana, you're going to get intoxicated. And when you get intoxicated, that isn't really any different than when you're intoxicated with alcohol. It's still intoxication. So there are negative effects, of course. There are positive effects, but there are negative effects. And I wish more people would, wake up to the reality that there are negative effects. For someone like myself who has never used marijuana whatsoever, no drugs, no marijuana ever. I know a lot of you might think that's strange or odd, but I'm one of the individuals that have never done it. And I absolutely know that if I were to use marijuana, I would have effects immediately, and my body would let me know that. And so I simply stay away from that. I have seen other people that have used it. I have seen what it does to them, and that's something that I think is negative. I personally think that it is bad. I think that there is more natural ways of curing your illnesses, like raw food diets, juice fasting, water fasting, avoiding processed foods, going paleo. There's a lot of better, more natural and safe ways to treat illnesses than resorting to marijuana. But if in a situation something warrants it and somebody doesn't have any other choice, I can understand that. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know, what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you use marijuana? Do you think that it's safe or bad? Do you think what I said in this video is all fake? Let's talk about these things down below with each other. Okay, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.